The wind howls across the plains of Kursk, carrying with it the stench of cordite and the echo of distant artillery. Once a symbol of Ukrainian audacity and Russian vulnerability, the Kursk Oblast is now a scene of fierce contest. Russia, fueled by a potent mix of desperation and newfound resolve, has clawed back significant ground. This offensive, launched in the dying days of winter, has seen the Kremlin's forces recapture nearly two-thirds of the territory lost in the previous year. The gains have come at a terrible price. The casualty figures, though tightly guarded by both sides, are undoubtedly high. The very earth of Kursk seems to soak up the blood of young men, a grim testament to the brutality of this grinding war. Yet, for Putin, the offensive represents far more than mere territorial gain. It is a symbolic attempt to regain the initiative, to prove to the world that Russia remains a force to be reckoned with. The offensive has been relentless, characterized by a brutal efficiency that has surprised many Western analysts. Russian forces, bolstered by a surprising new ally, have fought with a ferocity not seen since the early days of the invasion. At the heart of this resurgence lies a potent combination of factors: the deployment of thousands of North Korean troops, the innovative and deadly tactics of the Rubicon Center's drone warfare, and a cynical but effective shift in American foreign policy. The recapture of Kursk is not merely a setback for Ukraine, it is a stark warning. It demonstrates the Kremlin's willingness to escalate the conflict, to commit whatever resources are necessary to achieve its objectives. The world watches with bated breath, fearful of what this escalation might ultimately unleash. The presence of North Korean troops fighting alongside Russian forces in Ukraine has sent shockwaves through the international community. Over 10,000 soldiers from the secretive state, drawn primarily from the 11th Army Corps, have been deployed to the front lines. Their presence is a testament to the increasingly close ties between Moscow and Pyongyang, a partnership forged in the crucible of shared animosity towards the West. These soldiers, hardened by years of brutal training and indoctrination, are viewed by Moscow as expendable assets. They are thrown into the most dangerous sectors of the battlefield, often serving as cannon fodder to distract and weaken Ukrainian defenses. Reports from the front lines paint a grim picture of their plight. Ukrainian soldiers speak of encountering waves of North Korean infantry, poorly equipped and often lacking adequate food and medical supplies. Despite their harsh treatment, the North Korean troops have earned a reputation for their ruthlessness and unwavering discipline. Fearful of the consequences of capture or retreat, they fight with a desperate courage, often to the death. Their presence has undoubtedly bolstered Russian morale and provided much-needed manpower for the Kremlin's offensive. The deployment of North Korean troops is a worrying sign of the conflict's expanding scope. It raises the specter of a wider war, one that could draw in other regional actors and escalate far beyond the borders of Ukraine. The international community must take heed of this dangerous development and work to prevent further escalation. In the skies above Kursk, a different kind of battle is unfolding. Here, the whirring of drones has become a constant, ominous presence. Russia, having learned from its early setbacks, has poured resources into its drone program, creating a formidable aerial arsenal that is now being unleashed with devastating effect. At the heart of this drone offensive lies the Rubicon Center for Advanced Unmanned Systems, a secretive research and development facility located deep within Russia. The Rubicon Center, staffed by some of Russia's brightest minds, has developed a range of sophisticated drones, each tailored for specific tactical roles. These unmanned aerial vehicles are equipped with advanced sensors, jamming technology, and a variety of lethal payloads. The tactics employed by the Rubicon Center are as innovative as the technology itself. Drones are deployed in swarms, overwhelming Ukrainian air defenses with their sheer numbers. They utilize rapid frequency shifts and unpredictable flight paths to evade jamming attempts. Multi-angle strikes, coordinated with pinpoint precision, have proven particularly effective against Ukrainian armor and logistical convoys. The impact of Russia's drone warfare has been undeniable. Ukrainian supply lines have been disrupted, armored columns decimated, and morale severely tested. The once lauded Western-supplied weapon systems have proven vulnerable to these new threats, forcing Ukrainian commanders to rethink their tactics. The Rubicon Center, once dismissed as a propaganda tool, has emerged as a potent symbol of Russia's evolving military capabilities. The Ukrainian army, once hailed as the defender of freedom and democracy, is facing its most severe test yet. The situation in Kursk, while officially described as challenging but under control, is rapidly deteriorating. The Russian offensive, spearheaded by relentless drone strikes and waves of North Korean infantry, has placed immense strain on Ukrainian resources. Logistical lines, once the envy of NATO planners, have been crippled by the constant aerial bombardment. The steady flow of Western-supplied weapons and ammunition has slowed to a trickle, leaving Ukrainian units dangerously low on supplies. Fuel shortages have become commonplace, limiting the mobility of armored units and hindering their ability to respond to Russian advances. The strain on manpower is equally severe. Ukrainian troops, outnumbered and outgunned, are fighting with incredible courage and determination. However, the relentless pace of the Russian offensive is taking its toll. Fatigue is setting in, and morale, while still strong, is inevitably being eroded by the mounting casualties and the increasingly desperate nature of the fight. Despite these challenges, the Ukrainian spirit of resistance remains unbroken. Small-scale counterattacks are launched whenever possible, inflicting casualties and disrupting the Russian advance. However, without a significant influx of military aid and a change in the strategic balance, it is unclear how long this resistance can be sustained.